Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode.
Happy Friday.
And
Ta-da!
that's pretty good. But what if they're watching it on Saturday and Sunday?
Oh. Well.
Positive intent.
There we go.
Today, we thought we would talk a little bit about regret. Right?
Yes.
So, a couple things that have come up in the last week, and I'll ask you some questions and you can answer because you're the much more interesting person right now than I am. But we were talking, it was your mom's birthday a few days ago, and you came and told me you had a moment where you're thinking about, gosh, what if this was the last birthday of my mom I ever get to celebrate?
Yes.
And that was, what kind of came up for you with that?
I mean, just that while I was leaving, and it was also the second or the last day that they were in town. They've been in town for a little over a month, just trying to help me out with appointments or just hanging out and spending some time together. And it kind of dawned on me like, wow, this really could be the last birthday that I could spend with her. And there's not a lot of time I spend during the day of like being sad or down or depressed or anything like that, but it's moments like that where I really just stop and think, man, what if this is literally the last time I'm gonna celebrate my mom for her birthday? And it's a hard moment. It's just like there's these little hard moments either throughout the week or the day that happen, and that was one of them.
That's kind of one of the things about life is that there's going to be a point where all of us are going to have a last something, a last conversation, a last piece of pizza, a last birthday with a what? You giggling over pizza?
Yeah, because I definitely can't have pizza anymore.
No,
that happened this May.
We'll have that pizza be like a celebratory slice once a year or something like that. But there's going to be that last, and I think so many of us, we live with that illusion of the infiniteness of time, when really we should be living with the idea of the finiteness of time, because inevitably it gets to a space where we get to something happens, life goes on, and we wake up with just regrets.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you and I have talked about this before, but obviously you never thought about being at this juncture in your life, and I certainly have been looking at some of my own regrets I have. What are some regrets, if any, do you have up to now? Knowing now that you have this hanging over your head, while healing is still at the forefront of our focus, this is a very big thing out there for you, and it makes you think about life a little bit differently.
I would say I wish I didn't have the fear of flying. I worked for an incredible family in Southern California, and I was so blessed to know them as long as I know them, and I'm still really good friends with the family. And they invited me to Ireland, to Italy, to a lot of places, and I just remember being so fearful to fly, and I really regret the trips that I haven't taken yet, in the sense of I wish I would have done it sooner, even though I'm very hopeful that they're going to be able to happen, but I wish I would have done that. I wish there's that one in particular.
What do you feel like at that time in your life, what do you feel like you made more important than doing that thing that you wish you would have done?
On that one, it was fear. It was just fear of being in a different country, fear of like actually flying. It took me a long time to be comfortable with flying, and now I don't love it, but I don't hate it.
You fly pretty well. Much better over the years.
Yes.
Do you have any day-to-day regrets? Because when I think about it, for me, I just think about the context of you and I and how much time, at least for my feeling, that was wasted or lost on just holding on to hurt feelings.
Yeah.
or times I would go in the other room and you'd be in the other room. I'd be doing my thing, you'd be doing your thing. Not because necessarily each of us really wanted to be doing that thing, but just because we would choose that thing in lieu of trying to figure out choosing a thing to come together and do it.
Right. Well, it's like it's habitual, right? You kind of do your same day in and day out thing, and I feel a lot of couples, for the most part, don't necessarily love the same kind of like movies or videos. I do think, I mean, at least for my girlfriends, they're like, ugh, so and so's picking the movie this time. I'm like, just go in the other room. Just go watch something else. Why not? Because you're gonna want to do, that was the thing. You were gonna want to do or watch some like gory action flick, and I wanted to do.
Most of them are not gory.
Okay.
Oh, and you
now we're out here lying on tape.
And you wanting to watch serial killers slaughtering each other in real
No,
time
that is
before
not
bed.
true. That is
Oh,
not.
you didn't fall asleep every night to murder mystery shows?
No, because I like that they got caught. That was my
really
problem.
fall asleep in here in the other room, and then she was stabbed 38
No,
times.
that is not true.
And then you'd wake up and I'd ask you, how'd you sleep? Oh, I didn't sleep too well. Well, I wonder why.
I don't watch those anymore.
But I guess what I mean is not so much people choosing the things that they enjoy doing. I'm a huge fan of that. If somebody really enjoys doing something, go and do it. And if the other person doesn't, don't force yourself to try and enjoy it. It's more of just, there was times, I think, for me, it was almost out of a resentment. I don't feel important or significant right now, so I'm just going to go in here. And I regret how much time was lost in our relationship to that, because I feel like there was just, it was so much of that was based on trivialness of, well, there's always going to be tomorrow to be better.
Yeah.
These last couple months since the diagnosis, you and I have arguably spent more time together.
Yes.
Than at any period of our relationship.
Because I don't have a driver's license.
You don't have a driver's license. You don't have a lot of things. But also, too, I think with that, I've always been somebody who's been very driven by work and trying to find my contribution in the world that way. That's been my primary thing. Like, if I can serve and support other people, if I can make the world a better place, and it brings meaning into my life. And I just haven't pursued work in the way I have in the past because so much of my energy has been focused on just taking care of you. And it's been interesting because that was only such an obsessive focus for me that I had to do that. And if I didn't do that, if I wasn't doing something with that, it would somehow make me less significant, less important, less of a contributor to society or whatever it is. And now it's been interesting to think about it because whereas before I used to lose my mind if I didn't work 7 days a week, now there's some days where I may only work a few hours because most of my time's dedicated to taking care of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But it seems to me like such a rewarding endeavor because it truly is gratifying seeing you improve each and every day.
And it is pretty amazing to hang out with people.
You're right. You're still the same way where I come in, okay, man, it's time to do this. Oh, God. And then it's time to get,
No.
here's your food. Oh, God. Oh, it's not? Are you lying on camera now?
No.
Yes. One thing that came up today with us, as you're fidgeting again, is Amanda was expressing concern about being forgetful and how she wanted to write everything down to try to have it be better prepared for this. And I was telling her, I'm sure some of you can maybe validate this too, that part of what makes this series real is just the realness of it. You had a major brain surgery a couple months ago.
Check.
You are going through daily radiation that is causing inflammation in your brain.
Also check. And chemo.
And chemo.
Which is probably not doing me any favors.
Which is probably not doing you any favors in the memory thing. And I think this is you just being where you are right now. I mean, you don't?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I can't be any different. This is just what
But that's the point, Amanda. I mean, that's the point. Is like that's part of this whole journey. Is it's not about gosh, there's so much just shit out there that is so fake and over rehearsed and everything else. And yeah, we can sit here and we can have cue cards and teleprompters and all those types of things, but that's not real.
I mean, what really is real, if you want to talk about real, is like my co-favorite part right now. That's real.
And that is real. That is real.
The hair loss is real too. I already had very thin hair, and now it's like almost see-through.
But you know, there's something about regrets there too. Is for as long as I've known you, there's always been so much time about changing appearance, changing look, changing all those types of things. And now, getting your hair done? Are you kidding me?
No, getting your hair done.
Yeah, you come back, it's different colors all the time.
What?
Absolutely.
You're out of your mind. We're gonna talk to Brooklyn about this.
Okay,
Brooklyn.
We'll bring her in.
We're gonna bring her in. We're gonna have to.
But to now have that not even be a thing now, where it's just okay, my hair's falling out. This is what it is.
Because sometimes when you have no choice, you have to just submit and like surrender and be like, this is what it is. It's not going to be like this forever, but for right now, I am foreseeably gonna have to buy a wig here in like 2 weeks, for sure.
I have to.
I'll have like 3 hairs. I'm gonna look like the crypt keeper. That's gonna look like that guy here pretty soon. Oh no. That's what I will. For sure.
I think that's a beautiful message though. Sometimes you just have to surrender.
Yeah.
And go with it for whatever it is.
So,
It's
you have to.
life night opportunity.
What else are you gonna do?
There's a lot of other options. Most of those options don't necessarily come across. That's why I think the doctors ask questions about, what are you doing, because they see you glowing, and they want to know.
It's the radiation.
Are you on drugs? Other than the chemo and
radiation.
One thing I'll just say, and I'll end with this, and two, as I'm saying this, we really want to encourage you all to ask questions. If there's questions you have of us, it will help direct these, because Amanda is getting worried about remembering things. So if we have specific questions to answer, I think that would help be of service. I have lots of topics I think we could go to, but I think it'd be nice just to be able to field some questions from you. Amanda really is this happy, considerate person all the time, and I'll just share this story really quickly. Every day, Monday through Friday, I go with her to a radiation appointment, and I sit in the office while she's getting zapped. Now, a radiation oncologist is not necessarily a place you want to be. You walk in, it's kind of a morose atmosphere, because everybody there is there because they've had a horrible diagnosis, and they're all trying to win more time or win their life back. Amanda goes into the back every day, and she goes back there, and then I hear her asking the people, how's your day? How did the event go? Or whatever was going on in their life. She's checking on them. And then afterwards, I hear her laughing, and I hear her making them laugh. Every single day she does that without fail. At a time when she's in there getting zapped for a very serious reason, she makes it a priority to make sure that other people smile. And I think that's just such an extraordinary trait about you. And for everyone who doesn't know you, who has not had the good fortune of meeting you in person, I just hope that maybe that helps you get to know Amanda that much more.
It's pretty great.
Okay, let's wrap it up there. I'm gonna have to edit the shit out of this video. I hope you got something out of this. We'll see you next time, everybody. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey with us. Bye-bye. Shoot, I just had a thought and now I lost it because I thought you were going to say something more than yeah.
Brain cancer doesn't get you.
What are you fidgeting with right now?
I don't know. Is there glue on me?
There's something sticky, yeah.
What is it?
I have no idea, but let's focus on this right now instead of what's on your pants.
I want to know what was on my pants out.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. Okay, this is picking up where I had lost my point. Oh shit, hang on.
Welcome. It's really...
Nothing?
Nope.
Nothing to say about that either.
No, I just got distracted by the bikers.